Well, as you might expect, breast cancer is associated with women. It is the second most common cancer among all women in the U.S. behind skin cancer. But this is a mammogram right here of a man for breast cancer. Male breast cancer is something Birmingham attorney Scott Kelly found about when doctors diagnosed him with it. We're sharing his story as we continue our month-long partnership with the O'Neill Comprehensive Cancer Center at UAB. Several days a week, Scott Kelly rises early for his workouts at Empower Pilates in English Village.
This is kind of where I can come and get away from everything and reset.
A reset that took on more meaning when Kelly discovered a small lump in his chest.
My first thought was, that doesn't belong there. You know, something's weird about this.
Kelly's friends encouraged him to check it out, including a close friend who's a UAB doctor.
She's like, yeah, you should get it checked out, but look, you're not that special. You know, the percentage chance of this being something to worry about is so small.
Small indeed, according to Dr. Catherine Parker.
Males can get breast cancer. It actually only accounts for about 1% of all breast cancers.
Turns out, a mammogram and other tests confirmed Kelly was special after all.
It never occurred to me that I could have breast cancer, you know, and I was more worried about like a prostate cancer diagnosis or something like that.
Did you ever get fearful of what you were facing?
Oh, sure. I mean, you know, I took it to a pretty dark, you know, outcome. I mean, at that point, I was in my early 40s. I'd seen different family members have, you know, not great outcomes with the same diagnosis.
Kelly's diagnosis was 5 years ago. He gave family and friends an optimistic thumbs up just before his surgery for a mastectomy.
It wasn't just a lumpectomy, it was take the whole left breast.
Treatment included chemotherapy that took Kelly's hair and energy.
It would basically kind of put me down for a couple days to where I wasn't really fit for public consumption, I would say.
He also says the worst side effects he experienced were from the estrogen blocker tamoxifen, a drug doctors prescribe to keep cancer from coming back.
I'd have hot flashes and muscle pains and spasms and joint pain and night sweats.
What is the survival rate from breast cancer in men?
So I will say men often can present with a little more advanced stage because by most of the time when it's found, it's a palpable lesion. So men overall still have a very, very good survival rate. You know, we would say around at least, 90%.
Kelly is in that percentile, back to work, cancer-free, and consistent with his Pilates sessions where his workout buddies recently celebrated his victories.
Scott has been here since the very beginning, so to be able to celebrate, support him, and the way that he supports everybody else in the community is just amazing. I mean, we're a family.
That's important to Kelly, who's also looking ahead to doing his part in raising awareness about breast cancer in men.
Men need to be aware that it can happen to them, right? Whether you have a family history or not, it can just happen.
He says it can just happen. Kelly and Dr. Parker say it's important for men not to have a fear of stigma because of breast cancer, whether men call it breast cancer or chest cancer. The key to survival is this. If you feel something strange in your chest, get an examination. Early detection is important, and breast cancer is highly curable. Find out more information and see other stories about breast cancer on our CBS 42 News app.